Alright, looks like everything's moving, set, good. Other than I need to fix my speakers, I guess. Nope, I should be hearing everything. Everything seems to be working. So, but I think you guys are going to be in for a real treat. I actually found it to be better than what I thought it was going to be. Because, we have our experience already of what it's like on here. And I will admit, I moved up pretty good. I just built another deck. I've only played it once, so. But I've already made it to gold tier 2. And there isn't that many fast-paced games, honestly. You're playing they're about 30-minute games. All right, why don't I have any sound? That's why. This is actually almost the exact version of my commander deck that I just built. Just waiting on the cards to come in. It's kind of an angel demon with a twist. But my commander is Aethros Shroud Veiled. It's got about 4 different infinite loops. I gotta remember this one don't fly. Oh shit. The fuck? Okay, mono red doing mono red things. Props. Whenever land attack, exile the top card of your library. You may play this card. That's right. Whenever one or more cards are put into exile from your library and or your graveyard, put a 1/1 counter. Oh, nice. Well, I guess he just mill himself till he gets his combo, right? I can't say anything. I can't hit my combos on no turn 3 or 4. But like I said, new format. There's only 10 cards that are banned, and no, we don't have access to all the cards because in my commander decks that I just built, I'm running No Mercy, and we do not have access to No Mercy. And there's about several others I've seen that we didn't. So it's not like Timeless, but we do have access to the turtle enchantment that was banned all the way around from paper, except for commander. We'll just get this out the way now. But once I get my commander out, though, then it's when it start getting fun. Commander's indestructible. I can put coin counters on my creatures, their creatures. When they die, they come back onto the battlefield under my control. Hmm. I wasn't paying attention. I was too busy talking. But we do have some demons in here and a few vampires. The concept is that basically I was going to go angel demon deck, but I couldn't find enough demons that I liked. Then I found a couple vampires that I really loved, so why not, right? I'm running some very powerful enchantments if we draw them. Normally, I would always draw the one where they either sacrifice a creature, discard a card, or lose 3 life. All right, I'll take damage. But I've got heavy graveyard manipulation, deck manipulation. Yeah, once this deck gets going, it's super fun to play. Like I said, the only enchantment I don't have that I really wanted in here was No Mercy. Oh, you did. That was you should have blew up my Galta. You were smart. I'm not ready for that one just yet. And I've evened outgained life gaining decks with this deck. That'll be the last time you get that one off. See, I forget the old demolition field, the old land destruct cards that don't give you the opponent back land. That expert. Nope, I don't want to do that one. That is something I'm not running on this in this deck. It's any mana rocks, so having my land blowed up does hurt a lot. That's lame. And he gets to be able to pull him right back. We're blocking you. That's pretty much a game because we can't keep nothing on the board. Even I get to my stuff now, it's over. Supposedly, you're supposed to be matched up versus your deck strength. For the most part, I have been. What it is, people are now starting to play it more and start to realize, oh shit, we destroy lands, which that'll quickly become banned here soon. Because let's keep it real. Most of our commander tables, that's the one thing we don't really allow. But that's okay. With that said, I am running Armageddon in this deck, so what goes around comes around, I guess. I'm actually seriously thinking about mulling again. This two-lander here could be bad for me. Ooh, I don't really want to get rid of any of these. I've played against this deck already. I can almost guarantee you we're going to be playing. That's never going to attack, ever. God, I don't miss these days. It's all the enchantments. I remember playing this deck. It was so fun to play. It always sucked when you had to play against it, though. Oh, look, up the beanstalk. I needed a land, and I'm not going to get a land, so. Wow. 3 or less. I don't got nothing for 3 or less. So that wins. here's where things start to get very out of control. If I can't find a board wipe. No, didn't see that coming. There's the Weaver. Yeah, we're gonna block that 8. I just got mana screwed for far too long. Yep, I need to unlock that. I need to gain life. I do have a need to exile his graveyard. Decision. So I'm gonna cough up a black land. Ah, there, that's game. See, you would have thought he would have made Jukai Naturalist his commander instead of this. But the card draw is definitely more appealing than enchantments costing one less. Honestly, my only hope is if I draw a board wipe next turn. Oh, not even that. That's game. 10, 15, yep. I bet you if I quit streaming, I'll go back to a winning streak. It never fails when I play a deck that's just dominating as soon as I start streaming and showcasing it. Yeah, I'm actually good with this. We're just going to slow this game all the way down. Like I said, I am running Armageddon. I do believe that's indestructible. We missed the land drop, so that hurt. Nice. And honestly, as much as I'm hurting on lands, I would consider blowing up the board as soon as I hit 5 lands. I'd prefer to get this out on the board first, though. Toxic. Oh, here. Don't mind if I. Yeah, I just got beat on last week by an Infest Commander deck. The worst part was it wasn't the Infest deck that killed us. It was the guy running the blight counter ones that was proliferating all the Infest damage that the other player did. We'll block the toxic. You can go. You can go ahead. You can't cast any. That's gonna suck. Yeah, we're going after lands next. Ow. Ouch. Well, that changes our idea of blowing up the board. How do I got 5 lands? Oh, 4. Guess I should have blew up these things. Yeah, it's game. I out of removal, so he cast them for free. That's what sucks. That's a good deck. So I guess now we can get to the point where since this is a ranked brawl modified, is it going to be part of our ranking system, or are they going to treat it like they treat the other things, and we have to pay gems, gold to play matches, right? Because they weren't specific on that when they released this. I'm hoping it's just like standard. We have standard, ranked, but this was the part that kind of threw you off. One win, like you have to, like they're going to treat it like it's a draft or a midweek. But so far, I am very much like what I've seen in the last since they've started on Tuesday. I've been playing every day. But unfortunately, building these do count towards our deck. I'm in no hurry to put anything out just yet. Okay, kind of threw me for a loop. Okay, it's a zombie deck. Do I got anything for 4 that I want to cast? Not right now. Well, that costs 4, so Hand. That costs 2. Oh yeah, I got Death Touch. So say one, two, 4. Oh, that was dumb. Let's just get rid of that one. He did it to himself. But I mean, overall, as you guys can see, it is competitive. Yeah, we had the one mono red doing mono red things, and we had the land destruction doing land destruction things, which everybody hates. But for the most part, the games have been fun. Mono red for real, or mono white. All right, so we're gonna play that first. Ooh, nice. I don't have. Oh, I just don't have the artwork. Um, Yeah, it's gonna be hard to deal with him because I have very few flyers in this deck. So we're gonna have to get creative. I've got 4 land. I need 1 more. So we're gonna go with this. Yeah, I'm not gonna gain life fast enough to be able to do anything. So dud. This game. We can't block flyers. Nothing I got to reach. So I want to build an elemental deck. See what kind of shenanigans we can get off with an elemental deck, right? In order to do it, we're gonna need all 4 colors. Nope, that ain't gonna work. That's gonna go. Not for what I want to do. I believe so, right? Each creature card. Yes, all my creatures are. We want to redo that. Where's that at? So I want to put that back. I know it's got green. Yeah, we don't need that. Look, that's a bit much. That will work. Choose LML. Oh, I honestly don't have that much green in this deck, so honestly, I guess I'll be getting rid of that. So I am over. Oh, let's see what this mess does. This is gonna be a mess. All right, give it a shot. I'm not going looking through everything that's on elemental. Could have swore I got everything I put in there was an elemental, but I could be wrong. What do you guys think so far? I mean, it's definitely more competitive than the brawl. The fact that we'll be able to rank, I'll have much more fun ranking in brawl than in standard. To be honest with you. Keep. Want to get my tap land out the way. Oh, damn. Yeah, we'll not be tacking. I'm just experimenting. Well, hell yeah. Means I get to gain a life, cast that card, 3 life. I'll take that. And I get to draw a card. That's gonna suck. Can't do anything against flyers. Now I gets to bounce my shit. That's gonna be an endless cycle until I get rid of everything. We must be loaded with card draw if he's playing that card. You guys get the concept of this guy's deck yet? He's gonna annoy the shit out of us by bouncing shit. So I fucking remove shit. Damn it. We're dead this turn. About the only thing we can do is blow up the board down. 2, 4, 5. That's not gonna do me any good right now, so I guess it's this. Well, that just sucked. Jack's way too slow. Yeah, 5 colors. I'm gonna have 5 colors. Not hitting your small stuff. That was a bad idea. Now what I need to do is take this down to blue, white, and red, and do the elemental thing. I'll have to play with that. Not bad. They already got the orders for the Marvel for the arena out. The pre-order. I'm personally not going to, mainly because money's getting a little tight and I can't afford a collector's box this turn around. I am going to do the pre-release. I'm going to probably do a booster box. That's going to be it. I'm not really, honestly, I'm not too stoked about the Marvel. There's only like, really, there's only a couple singles I want. But The Hobbit, Star Trek, definitely going to be getting collector's stuff. I'm curious. So, Marvel Superhero Set Mastery Pass plus 10 bonus levels. Okay, so the Mastery Pass for 49 bucks, that's ridiculous. 20 Marvel Hero Super boosters, 2 golden boosters, 1 Captain America Super Soldier card, Captain America Super Soldier card style when purchased. That's kind of, I don't know if I'll do that. Oh, you got a token. 1 sealed token. This one I'm definitely doing. Not that. 4 draft tokens, 2 sealed tokens, 20 play-in points because we got a couple cloud bars coming up. I don't really care about the card art, but even that's ridiculous for 4.99, 49.99. Yeah, Wizard of the Coast is getting a little bit ridiculous. They're claiming they lost. Well, for those that don't know, a bunch of the workers for the all the workers for MTG Arena went on strike and demanding a union. So, and they claiming, well, we lost a bunch of money. This one I'm definitely doing for sure. This is your best buy right here. 45 Marvel superhero boosters, 5 Marvel superhero mythic boosters, 5 golden boosters, one Thanos the Mad card, one Thanos this. You get this plus spend your gold, which is like 45,000 gold, for another 45 cards. And I would probably, if I'm gonna buy another one, it'd be this one because this is a ripoff. Okay, you get 10 levels of your mastery, set mastery, but for $18, you get the gems you need. I had the gems I needed. I just bought some things, and then you get your set mastery. So that's $20. So basically, they're saying this right here is worth. And normally this is mixed in with this. So yeah, they've gotten a little retarded with it this month because it's Marvel, and they probably had to pay a nice chunk to get the rights to actually print the cards instead of make fake copies for Arena, which that's going to throw me for a loop when we switch over because the card art we have now for the last Marvel set will go to its original card form that came out in paper, and the style we have right now go to card art. Man, well, I got most of the Spider-Man cards, so I'm just missing a few. But the few that I am missing are the ones that I really like and play with a lot, like the Vampire Louis, which is not Louis in Spider-Man. I'll probably do this. I don't know. I'll get one next week. I'm getting to the point where I don't like spending money on here anymore. Especially now I've been buying a lot of cards. I mean, I just spent what, probably close to 250 on the commander deck I just built, and that's just ordering singles that I didn't have. I got lucky because a lot of cards I was after and chasing were even though they were mythic or rare cards, they're older cards, so their value wasn't up there. Luckily, or that commander deck could have easily been a couple grand. For the last few months, I've been buying the angels I needed individually. I just got the remainder of the ones that they had at the card store that I needed, and the rest I just ordered. So, but the ones I got at the card store, I mean, I got what, 6 cards, $170 after tax. So yeah, buying singles ain't cheap either. But let's look at my luck this month. Collector box, dud. 90, barely $90 in value out of 19 packs. That was a waste of $450. I've gotten more good cards out of buying single packs than I did out of my whole collector's box. In fact, I probably bought 30 single packs, and it's more than paid for my collector's box. That's just fucking pathetic. I got loaded down with a bunch of Jap art, and none of the expensive Jap art. I've had better luck this month on mystery boxes and chaos boxes. And there's a trick to that too, guys. Don't buy 2 boxes at Walmart. You're gonna get the same shit. Buy one this week, buy another one next week. You might hit two, or buy one at this Walmart, go to another Walmart or Target or Myers and buy a box there. it gives you a better chance to hit a different thing. It seems like when Walmart puts their box out, they're all the same box, same cards, everything. Same thing goes for I've noticed with the chaos boxes. The chaos boxes are interesting because you get one foreign pack. Now the mystery boxes, yes, we're all chasing something. We're chasing that one rare pack that's supposedly in it. But I mean, for $24, believe it or not, every box I've bought, I've made my money back and then some. So, but that only does you any good if you're actually going to part with them. I know it's hard to part with good cards, right? But at some point, you got to make the decision of, okay, if I'm buying all these, maybe I should start selling some of these other ones to make some of my money back, or to sell a couple to pay for the collector box I'm buying, or pay for the booster box I'm buying, or single, or trade them for singles that you need and want. Yeah, the collector's box for Marvels was 460. That wasn't including tax, so you're talking about almost $500 for a collector's box. Not worth it. Really not worth it. From what if you actually been paying attention, more than likely, a lot of these cards are going to get banned from Marvel. They're that broken, and people are already screaming about it online. As far as my take on the brawl, I love it. Ranked brawl, I love it, and it's going to get more competitive and test your skills the more people start playing. I wish that Wizards of the Coast would get it through their stupid, thick, greedy heads that, you know, cool, we got ranked brawl. What we want is what I like, what I do on the weekends when I go Fridays to the game store to play with my friends. I mean, last night there was seven of us playing. Shit, I probably played for 4 hours last night. And normally we could show up around 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, and play till 7, 8, 9 o'clock. Now, like tonight, there's a bunch of us gonna be there. I just didn't feel like going tonight because I was busy brewing a couple more commander decks. But that's something fun, especially during the weekend. When there's nothing else really to do, go kick it with your friends. And I mean, I was shocked. We had two new people show up from work where I work. I didn't even know they played. And there was two new people that just started playing. They were playing with kept to themselves. They didn't want to join in, which is cool. They had basically starter commander decks. Even though we do keep a couple mediocre commander decks on hand. Now, like I said, this new deck I just paid for or just bought and put together, yeah, it's a tier 4 deck. If I'm going to spend the money and build something like that, it's going to be worth it. It's going to be able to compete with every commander deck out there. Don't get me wrong, I'm still going to play standard. I've had a blast playing standard. The meta is just so screwed up right now because they refuse to do any bans that we're stuck in this fast-paced to return four format in standard and ranked, whether you best 2 out of 3 or whatever back. that it's gotten to be no fun to play, especially for those of us that enjoy mid-range decks, type decks, mid-range control decks, or just any type of mid-range deck because you're not getting if you're not loaded down with a bunch of instant 1 mana cost, 2 mana cost removal, you're not surviving to get to your mid-range. And it's sad when the format's basically set that way right now. About the only time you have real good luck with a good deck is when you freshly put together something nobody's seen. You catch them unprepared. I mean, yes, to rank up, I actually had to build a is it spells deck because my favorite here just couldn't compete no more. When I first made it, it was unbeatable, and some of that is due to the coding on here. They don't match you up against even decks or the same skilled opponents. But this Bat Pest deck has been a blast. I've had so much fun playing this deck. I'm not running my combos in or my infinite loops in here. I could. In fact, I don't even have the vampire in here to trigger the infinite loop. But this very same version here, minus these two of these Hylas, I do have the Conqueror vampire in here in it, and that's my tournament deck I played at Cincinnati, and I didn't at the store tournament. I didn't take the Cincinnati deck. I wasn't expecting a couple of the pro players to show up because they didn't the last time. But they showed up with two is it decks, almost mirror matched, and the other guy showed up with a mono red haste deck. Yeah, it wasn't pretty. The mid range deck did not stand a chance. The mid range deck didn't win a single game, a single match. I've been playing around with this. I did take this one with me. I had this one built, and I chose to play the one I've been having fun with because playing on online is decks play differently in paper. One, we very seldom have mana issues. In fact, usually when we're running 24. Okay, I'm running 22, which is rare. Pretty much 23, 24 has been about the base that I run. In fact, the deck I have built has 24. And yes, it does get pricey when you're building commander decks and tournament decks. It gets real pricey when you're building tournament decks. When you need four of certain four multiples of these cards, and some of these cards are just too expensive. And yeah, you end up paying quite a little bit if you don't get lucky and hit them. And like I said, this month I have had no luck. I can't bitch. I mean, I hit from Avatar through Turtles. I made a killing. I made close to 4 grand. So yes, I do have 4 grand worth of cards right now. That if I chose to, and I desperately needed, I could cash some of them in. but I enjoy playing. Hell, some of the expensive cards are in sleeves, in built decks. I mean, why not? Maybe you're talking to somebody that grew up with Alpha Beta. That's when I started playing. So guess my age. And over time, I've lost most of the cards or just got rid of them, quit playing, gave them away, and now look what the cards are worth. Now I sat back like, man, I had that card. I had like 5 Black Lotuses. Damn. Why did I? But I never. But I still got my baseball cards collection. That ain't worth a fuck. I mean, I've got a couple cards that are worth some money, but nothing compared to like my Magic cards would have been worth. Yeah, so yeah, there's some regrets there. It was a game. That's how we treated it. We played it as a game. Yeah, it was supposed to labeled as trading cards, but we didn't have sleeves back then. We didn't sleeve them. We played them. Hell, I'll go to the game store, buy a commander box, take it right out of the box, and play it right there without sleeves. Shuffle it like I shuffle cards. The looks you get, it's fucking hilarious. Dude, it's just fucking cards. I'm not damaging them in one day. I will sleeve them up, maybe. But then again, I mean, shit. The guys, honestly, the best deal you can get is on Amazon, and you can buy like 1,200 packs of sleeves, different colored, for like $15. Yes, I know. I agree. I've got my fancy card art sleeves too. In fact, I just bought a fancy card art sleeves for my commander deck. I'm just getting ready to put together. They'll all be here by hopefully by Thursday. But you can shop around and get good deals. The Star 1,000 cards for Star City Games for $34 on Amazon. Good deal. Not gonna hit fucking valuable cards, but you're gonna hit 1,000 cards, recent cards and old cards. Believe it or not, I've got some old borderless, white bordered cards that I got out of that. Were they worth money? No. I mean, yeah, they're worth some money, but there's also, you know, because the game's on, he wants to start a white borderless traditional commander deck league. So, and let me tell you, white borderless cards are hard to find if you're not willing to spend the money. Then I bought a starter commander box. Where were they from? 6 games. EDH starter box. Eh, honestly, guys, paid the same price that I paid for 1,000 cards. Really, not too impressed. You're not going to get a mythic and rares, at least in the Star City game box. You got mythics and rares. They did give you a pack of foils or autographed cards by the artist. Aren't they? They're not worth nothing. Tell you that now. They're cool to show off with, but for starting out, it was decent. But I found it lacking. I didn't have no soul stones. The stuff that I'm really looking for. I'm not really looking for creature cards. I'm looking for the base elements to build commander decks. I have yet to find that other than buying your pre boosters, stripping the cards out to keep the And I did start selling like starter commander box boosters or boxes. So, buy and they're cheap. They're not that expensive. They're like 25, 30 bucks. Buy a couple of them, couple of weeks. There you go. Strip the creatures and stuff out. There's base, your base commander starting cards that you need to where you can go through your cards, pick your commanders, build around it, and you already got the base component like all your mana rocks, card draw stuff that you need in a commander deck already there. The most expensive thing we pay for is lands. Nice thing about commander, you only need one of each. Go ahead. You're gonna spend money, spend it on the lands. That way you have them. That's the first thing if I don't hit whatever I don't hit out of each set, out of the new lands that we're looking for. I still don't have no multiverses lands. So I pretty much got every set now. The two or less, two or more, pay 2 life ones. Each week I'll buy one or two until I got them all. Same thing I do on Arena. I'll take my wild cards, make sure I got my lands first. Your lands and your mana rocks are your most important things in your commander decks. After that, then you can build. And like I said, it can be affordable. I've seen some of the cheapest build decks that are just cheap cards that no one pay attention to or forgotten. Walk all over deck. Walk all over $1,000, $3,000 decks. Hell, I know people. One of my friends, he just slowly buys it. He gets a concept of what he wants, and he just slowly, periodically, each week buys one card. Then for the bigger, expensive one, he puts money back aside till he has it saved up, and he buys that expensive card. Because I get it, trust me. Money don't go far, especially when gas was over $4. Grocery prices hasn't come down. It's expensive. It's expensive to have a hobby or something that you love to play, but it's too overpriced because Wizards of the Coast are some greedy fucks. And it's not Wizards of the Coast, guys. Well, it is, but it's Hasbro. The only money Hasbro makes on toys is not from toys. It's from Magic the Gathering. Then D&D. They don't make shit off toys. That's why they're putting out what 20 some sets a year. They extended the rotation to 3 years, and then prices have went up. I mean, Final Fantasy still shit. It's still over 500 to get a booster box. And Final Fantasy had some cool ass stuff. Then they intentionally print limited stuff. Then don't get me started on Secret Lures. Secret Lures is just the biggest joke scam out there. Yes, I'm still bitching. Wanted the goblins, but I wasn't going to get them. I had to work. It's they always do it on a work day. It's always on West Coast time. Fuck the people on the East Coast, right? So phone lines opened up at 12:30. Well, that's 3 o'clock, 3:30 my time, and on the East Coast. Guess what? I work second shift. I'm at work. I'm actually that's really the start of my day. Even though I'm there at 1 o'clock to 3, but 3 o'clock is when everybody comes in and we start doing our thing. And first shifts leaves since the Gap crew gaps first and third. It's not really a second shift because 10-hour days you can't have a second shift unless it's an 8-hour shift. So like I said, take it for what you want. I do enjoy playing in arena just as much as I enjoy playing in person. It's harder to get a group of people together when things come up. In the meantime, what I love about the arena format is I can come on here, build, brew, test. No, I'm even knowing that it's not going to be the same when I play it with actually the actual cards on paper with a real opponent in front of me. Things are different. I don't have to worry about getting land screwed when it's that time of the month. Yes, but like I said, I am very pleased with the brawl format. We'll see what they did, what happens on the 23rd. Hopefully, it's just like we got right here, standard, where we have ranked or unranked. And I do hope eventually that they'll get their heads out their asses and do what they promised us and get it to where we can play multiple players. Where I can sit down with a group of my friends because we couldn't make it to the game store or something, or it's after we get off work, let's play for an hour online. 3 or 4 of us can sit on our computers and play against each other and have fun. Okay. But for now, I'll settle the ranked brawl. Like I said, some bans do need to happen. This ain't timeless. A 10 card ban was not the answer. But I don't want to see it get ridiculous either. Because at the end, we all want to have fun. We all want to play those powerful games. But I want it to be a challenge. I don't want to be able to hit my infinite loop like dude did. Because all he would have done was mulligan and mulligan until he had the 2 card combo. That's what he had, 2 card combo. That I don't like. Honestly, I've never been a fan of the infinite loops. It's part of the game. It's there. I don't normally run them, and when I accidentally come across one, I usually take it out of my decks. Or if it's in there, it's not something it's going to take multiple turns to be able to achieve, right? We're talking 10, 15 turns before you can pull it off. That's always been the thrill for me. Standard is for fast, quick paced games. Your 60 card decks, your 40, 60 card decks are fast, quick paced games. Yes, you do have mid range games, but those games should be over within 20 to a half hour. Commander decks should be taking up to 45 minutes or an hour plus. And that's with good, evenly matched decks across the table. I don't play much Modern or Pioneer, mainly because that gets expensive quick. But you watch these prices of these tournament decks. I mean, some of these tournament decks are seven, pushing $2,000 builds. I'd like to see a balanced, controlled format to where no single color or no multicolored deck can just run rampant. Well, that's what everybody's playing because that actually takes away from competitive. The idea is to be able to build a deck that people haven't seen, and that's a challenge to beat. Not seeing half your fucking tournament show up with is it Paralysis or Spelementals or Elementals? It still is it, or Badger Cub Landfall decks that with the right combination could end the game in turn two. That's not a healthy format. That's not a healthy tournament environment. Like I said, I was gonna told you guys I was gonna give you my opinions today on the way I feel about the current state of Magic the Gathering and the meta. When we sat down at the table, first thing, oh, how powerful are your decks? Who cares? We're just here to have fun. Play what you want. If you got an out of control deck, we've got out of control decks in our setting around that we can pull out. We want that game, right? We're just here to have fun. We want to see how our decks run. We want to play. Hell, yesterday, I just redid my Is It Commander deck, and I just created another one. It's on its like fifth remake reiteration, but I wanted to make it to where I could actually be more competitive and win. I only have two counter spells. I promise. I keep two counter spells in it. That's it. I didn't get carried away with it. I got carried away with other things, but that's beside the point. Then it was like we're sitting at the table. Guys sitting across from me way on the other side because we had four big tables together, so we could fit 8 people at the table. Me and him were deemed the two biggest threats at the table. I'm like, I'm just because I got is it don't make it mean I'm a threat. He's like bullshit. I know your deck. You can copy every spell you cast. I already know what that deck does. Is designed to do. Just because you change it, you haven't changed your commander. I've actually made it worse. It's got more creatures in it now, though. Hell, it's got more sorcery than instant. I gotta fix that problem. But that'll be for the next iteration. I'm gonna play it for a few more games, have fun with it. I might pull it out of rotation, put the new is it in, and I did do a black and white or no, blue and white more control style deck. We try not to play too overpowered control decks much. But every now and then, especially on like Saturday nights, we'll bust them out and we'll go to town to who's got the best deck, best built deck, and it's fun. Man, I just finished my token deck, which is my only technical tier 4 deck right now until next week. Then I'll have two, but by then I'll probably dismantle my token deck. It's been fun. I've had a blast, but it's out of hand. If I gotta think at 2 o'clock in the morning and do a bunch of math, it's out of hand. It's cool like early in the day. Like I said, on Saturdays he'll keep the store open till 3 o'clock. He'll come down there and bring out his decks and play with us. So it's fun. Like I said, I still might end up just tossing few of my more powerful commander decks in my bag and show up. Just 'cause I'm bored. Obviously, I'm rambling. I'm not playing. But like I said, I wanted to give my opinions on things, the state of things. Overall, the game's still fun. It's out of control, which I love chaos, so I'm a very chaotic person. So it's a challenge to compete. You're constantly having to brew and rebrew. Hell, I've even rebrewed my angel deck. And no, you're not going to get to see this one. Why? Because that one's going to the next tournament. I made that mistake once already and I ended up not and I ended up not taking it to my first tournament. And what was the very first deck I played against? Very same deck I created and posted like an idiot on Moxfield. Hell, I'm still having fun with the Infiltrator deck with the Michelangelo out of Teenage Mutant Turtles. Who needs graveyard manipulation when you've got Michelangelo that can bring the big creatures, right from your hand to the board? Followed by the red and white Raphael that brings your creatures from your deck to the board with haste. And I've got it in a Gogori format, which means I got all the big nasty black creatures that people hate in it. And it's a blast to play. But mid-range deck. Mid-range deck struggle right now. Back, let's play one more game before we quit. I gotta delete a bunch of deck stuff. I'm getting close to that 100 card limit again. I've had so much fun with Strixhaven, Turtles, Elwyn, Eclipse, and some Avatar cards. And Avatar, these last few sets Avatar, they've been amazing to build with and get creative with. But there is some cards within each set that need to go. Last time I played this deck, I had land issues. All right, I don't have land issues. I've got land issues. I got too many. Green, black. Since I know I need double black, get that out the way. They're tapped. Oh, sure. Here. Oh, wait, I need double black. Actually, yeah, I can get rid of that. Here, let me get rid of land. Sure. So we got is it? We don't have is it. He's got black. Here, I don't care. You're all tapped out, bitch. Yeah, knew that was coming. Glad I didn't play that. That's problematic. Gotta love these is it decks. No, it's not is it. It's black, blue, red. Might as well be is it. It's doing is it things. The game's over. I can't get around his paradigm. He's got two of them basically going. Just play it. Yep, this game's over with. Like I said, the power of the format. If you can't kill him quick, you're dead. Same thing. If you didn't have, that's why I said blue. They need to get rid of the. They need to basically bust is it ass and just make a big is it band. That would bring the format under control. Ban Badger Cub, and everything should get back to its normal flow of things. Jesus. Oh, says the person that's playing a Badger Mall Cub. Oops. How'd that get in there? Yeah, we ain't playing around. Not this time. Yes, I got graveyard manipulation. But it's not your typical graveyard manipulation. It's sneak. Does that count? Exit cancel. Full time explosion. If I'm about to lose that, I screwed up too. I didn't mean to attack. I meant to. I meant to play this. I wanted to sneak it in. That's why I attacked. Forgetting it costs 4. I need a land, like in the worst way. While he's just drawing all kinds of land, and I'm running 25 land in this deck. Like I said, it's broken. For real, can I get a fucking land? I'm gonna lose 2 games in a row because I can't, with 25 land, can't draw a land the way they can. Of course. That's okay. Lose 2 life, I gain 2 life. Yeah. Wanna blow up my shit? We don't hit a land in the next 2 turns, or we're done. There's this ability to cap instant sorcery spells, which is pretty much a game over. Anything we put, he's killing. That's my whole hand. And he can pay the flashback cost for him, so. Lame. Oh, well, I need a land. Yes. Not the land I really want. That's all his deck revolves around. And it's sad, you know. You get him down to 8, you can't finish them. But our problem was land. But as you can see, that's why I haven't been playing that deck. Because it's gotten to the point where if you ain't a fast mid range deck, you're not going to rank. That's why I was having fun in Brawl. Because Brawl, I mean, up until the day, it really hasn't been that broken. And it really isn't that broken. We won games. Granted, the Angel, Demon, slash Vampire deck did not win any. Except for it won 5 straight, or before I went live, because that's what I was playing. Then I went and built commander decks. Like, all right, let me go build this one. The elemental decks get deleted, guys. Or I'm gonna cut a bunch of stuff out of it and just keep it at a red, red, white, blue. I think, or red, black, blue might be good a combination too. Fix my lands, although lands wasn't a problem with that one. But as you can see, you know the meta is kind of screwy. I've actually the worst part of it is I've done better in ranked brawl. And I usually hit mythic every month and ranked standard, except for last month. But I'm already okay. It reset. I was gold, or I was platinum. I was almost mythic, so I get the platinum and diamond mixed up. What is it? Diamond. Okay, I was diamond tier 1 for when the season ended. I was gold tier 2 in draft. I did a lot of drafting this month, because this set Strixhaven was perfect for drafting. If you drafted Gagari or Azeroth, you were winning games. Hell, I won games going, is it? I got lucky. I seen stars hit. It's like, okay, if I go into this, I can get if the pack's quick, if the quick drafting, if I don't hit no more of these cards, and I got lucky, I was able to hit the first round of draft and the last two or last one. I get 3 picks or 4 picks. This is my second one. I didn't hit anything for is it. And the next one or the next two I did, I was able to stay in is it colors. I had a backup, but I also kind of drafted lands as rares or stuff that I didn't want anybody else to draft. I kind of hate drafted, but I only did the is it once. I pretty much was stuck with Azeroth and Gargard. I mean, I was winning 4, 6, sometimes seven matches every time. Like I said, I got stupid with my. Well, when I started, my gems were at like 100, 150. I think I had left after buying my mastery. I got all the way up to 7,000. Then I bought some stuff, a lot of stuff with gems on the store. But I mean, I guess the nice thing is I don't have to buy gems this time around because I'll have it for if I pay the extra for the well, I'm going to because that's got the 20 play-in points that I need for the qualifier. So yeah, but that's ridiculous. We went from spending 120 a month to now we're going to spending close to 150 a month on cards that have are intellectual property. Let's call it that because it has no value, no real monetary value because it's a make believe card on the internet. And yeah, if they would ever say we're going to go to you need to pay to play, I would never play this game because there's I will go back to playing World of Warcraft or any of the other fun pay to play games where you actually have fun. And I think Wizard Coast understands that because you know, hell, there's been a few months sometimes where I haven't bought anything. It's not hard as long as you're doing your dailies every day or letting them build up, getting them, trying to get as many as you can on your third day to 750. So that means logging in every day, trying to turn one of your 500s into 750, then playing all them out. I mean, that's how I've been. I mean, I spent 10k gold, I think, almost 10k gold on a token, draft token. Otherwise, I'd be almost 70,000 gold. And ideally, you want to stay away from your gems. And when you have draft tokens, use your draft token, use your sealed tokens, collect and build up your gems. Now, some people prefer to play constructed, so if you're playing constructed, I would recommend using your gold over your gems because it's like what 20,000 gems, I think they say 20 or 40,000 gems, or gold equals 3,500 gems that you spend 20 bucks for. But for those that followed me when I started on YouTube, well, I think I pretty much will start here on Rumble. For those that followed me from the start, you guys know that I started. I didn't spend no money. I ground my dailies, saved up my gems and gold, bought packs, kept my mastery up. When I get save my gems to get my mastery to pay for them. So every 2 months I was getting double mastery. Took 3 months. And 3 months to build from start and scratch. I just doing dailies and grinding before I hit mythic. Before I had a mythic competitive deck. By the fourth month, I had a tier one mythic deck. Back for like 3 or 4 months after that, we were in the top. We were getting ranking in the top hundreds, beating up on the top 50, top 25, top 10%, top ranked people. You don't have to spend any money on this game, but you got to put the time in and the daily due diligences to do what you got to do. And like I said, you start get the lands you need first, then start getting your creatures, buy your wild cards, stack up your wild cards. Don't spend them until you get a bunch. I mean, 107 common, 74 uncommon, 2 rare, 4 mythic. Yes, I've spent some wild cards. I had 10 mythic and 6 rares before I started Brawl, the ranked Brawl. I spent some on Brawl. But I also have one one treasure vault, which has 1 mythic, wild card, 2 rares, and 3 uncommons. And I'm already 136, almost 137% into my next vault. Every 100%, you get another vault, which means I've got pretty much well every card from Strixhaven, including some of the alchemy ones now, which I have been buying alchemy packs because I'm not trying to get in my gold or gems. And quite frankly, I don't play alchemy, so there's really no. But what I do is on the 40, because like I said, I'll spend gold for 45. I'll buy the one it comes with the 45. I'll open the first 45. Then I'll go in to my decks, spend all my uncommons and all my commons. That way, when I get duplicates, I already got all four, so my percentage goes up, which gives me quickly access to the next vault. Then I'll start picking off my rares and mythics that I have 3 of, to make sure I have 4 of. So you gotta remember, for every 10 packs, you get a gold pack. So there's 4 gold packs, 8 gold packs. I end up usually with like 10 gold packs because usually I think I need to buy 3, and that'll give me my 11th gold pack. And this will give me the gold packs. That'll give me rares and mythics that I don't own or that I only need one of to finish. Here, I'll buy one. No, because I won't do no good because I need 3 to get it. And that won't get spent until. So, like I said, there's ways to do it. The most important thing is that everybody, as long as you're having, because yes, this game can get you frustrated real quick, especially when you get on days where you just can't win a game no matter what you do, where you're getting murdered turn 3, turn 4, or by turn 3 and 4, and it's nothing against your brew. Your brew is probably great. It's just Wizards of the Coast is failing to do their job and keep a competitive standard and meta, or keep a competitive meta, and removing cards that are just eliminating mid-range decks. Hell, counter decks are struggling. You know, there's a problem when counter decks struggle. Yeah. But I highly recommend go buy a fucking starter commander deck. Actually, most of the last couple sets they've been on still like $50 at your local gaming store. And sit down at a table with other people and play. And not the turtles precon. That's an EDH 4. Couple of some of these precons, they're out the right out the gate powerhouses. So don't be afraid to sit down at the table. You just have some fun. Socialize with people. Get out. Turn your phones off. Get away from social media and have some fun. You'll thank me for it. Trust me. Because that's what I've been doing. And I've been having a lot more enjoyable, fun, stress relief. But with that said, I'm going to get off here and go watch the hockey game that I completely forgot was on tonight. And I'll catch you guys on the next one.